They stopped making this thing before YouTube was even a thing. They stopped making this thing before I even got into high school. This is a really cool old gun that I did not know existed. Welcome back to Mud Lake Ranch. Today we're here with the Daisy 2213. This is a 7-shot semi-automatic 22 long rifle, better known for the Daisy Red Ryder lever action air gun that has been on every kid's Christmas list for decades and decades, as well as their Powerline CO2 driven series of air guns. This gun and its counterparts, the 2201 was a single shot model with plastic furniture. The 2202 was a bolt action model with a 10-round rotary magazine similar to Ruger's, but it was not compatible with Ruger. The 2203 was a semi-automatic 7-shot box magazine like you see here with plastic furniture, and the 2211, 12, and 13 followed that same progression, but they had wooden furniture on those rifles. This is the scarcest of them all. This is the 2213 Woodstock semi-automatic. This was one of the last production guns, and that production was cut short due to a few things, one of them being that they stopped making them, and the other being that they recalled some of these semi-autos for a potential issue with the semi-auto sear. This gun I fired when it came in and it works just fine. It's got some really quirky, fantastic, interesting things going on here, other than being basically the weight of an air gun. It weighs in at 4 pounds. It has standard front and rear sling posts. It's got some interesting mechanics to it. The box magazine is held in with pinch tension. So you just pinch each side of the magazine and it comes out. This is the only one I have. So we're going to be working on getting more of those. The barrel is 19 inches long. It's a steel barrel, but it is shrouded. It has a plastic sleeve over it that makes it appear like it's an octagon, when it's in reality, it's just a regular round barrel in there, and supposedly that was for rust prevention. I work in the gun cleaning industry, and having a sleeve surrounding a steel barrel gives me nightmares because of the moisture that could be trapped in there and the rust that could be being created in there that we can't see right now. It came with a front sight post and I believe a rear sight post, and most of the semi-autos that are still available are going to be fitted with really cheap optics, and this is topped with a Tasco 2-7 by 32, so our accuracy should be impeccable. I didn't mount this scope. It is a little wonky on there, but I imagine some 13-year-old kid probably did at some point, and now I own your gun. The operation of the rifle is very interesting outside of just the pinch-pull magazine situation. The barrel is supposedly removable in a takedown type fashion. There's a spanner nut at the back side of the barrel that's also knurled, and this originally came with a wrench to loosen that nut to remove this barrel. Other than that, I don't see any other mechanical feature, screw, bolt, anything to take this gun apart. Imagine there's a screw inside the buttstock to take the buttstock off, and the other thing that you can remove is your trigger by pushing in this button below the trigger guard and simply pulling. You can pull the entire trigger assembly out. So to put it back in, push in and then pull forward, and that locks it back into place. That gave me extreme anxiety the first time that I pulled that out of there because I don't want to break the gun before I get to do the video. Also interesting is the loading mechanism itself. There's a button underneath the stock, the front forearm, that releases your bolt. You might have noticed this come forward. This is how you bring the bolt back on this gun. It locks the bolt back into place, and you're able to drop your bolt, load the chamber, and then you're able to fire your 7 consecutive rounds. The trigger pull is easy. A couple of the things I found while researching said it was user adjustable. When I pulled that thing out of there, there's no adjustment screws on either side of that. There are 2 screws to disassemble it entirely, and I don't feel comfortable doing that given I don't know how many of these are on the market. Supposedly, Walmart ordered 30,000 of the single shot, and they weren't ever all delivered, and the lowest production run was this 2213. So I am happy, proud, excited to own this piece of history, even though some of you out there are going, that thing was a piece of junk. It's cool, and if you don't think it's cool, maybe we can't be friends anymore. This Daisy gun is fantastic. I am so excited to get this thing out, and it does need to be desperately cleaned. I don't think there's a lot of folks out there that own this thing, so comment below if you own one, know somebody that owns one, if you have any questions on this one, and if I should be doing a cleaning video on this thing. I will get a spanner wrench. I should be able to find something that fits that to be able to remove the barrel. I imagine that's how I'll get the bolt out, because the bolt, there's no way to get it out the back. It doesn't appear like it'll come out this trigger group. When the trigger group was pulled out, it was there, but not there. So I'll probably just spray this thing out with Polymer Safe Quick Scrub from Shooter's Choice. It works really well at just blasting everything out of there, and then I'll hit it with a little bit of lube and call it good. I did run a ripcord through the bore before I shot this thing, because I did not know how long it had been in storage, if it had been shot in decades. So I ran a ripcord, it went through clean, gave me the confidence that I could safely shoot this Daisy 2213 semi-automatic. It rolls off the tongue. I can't believe they stopped making them. They stopped making this thing before YouTube was even a thing. They stopped making this thing before I even got into high school. This is a really cool old gun that I did not know existed. I found out about it having a party here at my house, and somebody told me a friend of theirs had got one, and I thought they were full of crap. So immediately I got out there and started looking, and there was one on the auction site. So I decided to jump on that, and I was the only bidder, and it actually was somebody from New York. Hope you enjoyed this little bit of history on the Daisy 2213 semi-automatic 22 long rifle. This thing is so fantastic. I just absolutely love it. It does have some dings, some marks in the stock where someone, somewhere along the way, had a bunch of fun with this gun, and I bet it had, if they could tell some stories, I bet they'd be delightful ones. But it's happily in my collection now, and it ain't going anywhere. Very cool. I'm very proud to own it. If you found this video useful, helpful, or interesting, please hit that thumbs up and subscribe.